This to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on their first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
180! What's that?
Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And again, it's Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
180! What's that?
Irving. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Mayfield keeps it himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bucs are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he will get in to make it 8-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 8, Ravens 0. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
It's a loss of a yard.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he's got it down to the 28. 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Irvin. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Here's Jackson to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
At the 31-yard line.
What? What is shot? What is shot? 13. Shot!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 8. Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. He's got room to roam. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll try and run through with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation.
Hey, Alpha, hey, report. Hey! Sit up!
Henry. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. They'll run. It's Henry. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and 10. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
To throw is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Ready?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Ready?
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the kick is no good. How about that? He misses on the extra point, and the score holds at 8-6. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Inside handoff here to Ricard. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
That's a gain of 3.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
7-yard gain. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again to Henry. And they'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, that's the fourth time that they've tried to go for it on fourth down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Mayfield to throw it. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Throwing, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs trying on fourth down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jackson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a handoff to Henry.
Derrick Henry on the carry. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Here comes second down at 5.
You.
They'll run it again with Henry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Now Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's first and 10. Mayfield to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Mayfield. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
That's caught, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Jackson to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot, but this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
One last shot for Jackson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
This is a city that's hosted more Super Bowls than almost anybody else. And, oh yeah, Brock, they've won a couple of their own along the way, too. We're in the home of the Buccaneers, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Jason Myers to kick off.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're off and running from Raymond James. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Escapes the pocket. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this 1st down. 3rd and long, Mayfield. That's complete, downfield to Godwin. bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. First and 10 now from the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Irvin here from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, siphoning up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
And they make the tackle at the 38. He picks up 15 on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
He scampers ahead for about 4. It's second down now. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That's brought in downfield by Otten. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
It's cut for 2, and that's going to be an 8-0 lead. Really a dream start at home for this team. They add on the 2-point try, and they are quickly up 8-0.
So much game left, but they trusted that even if the conversion failed, they can make up those points over the course of the game. But even more than that, Kate, what they've done now to this home crowd to get them off their seats, I can't wait to hear the volume when the defense hits the field.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. They'll cobble together a yard there. Good play made by Jacob Parrish.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Now Darnold off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Walker trying to run for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, Seahawks.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. The throw right side, finds Cup. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's the end of our opening quarter. The Buccaneers leading so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Now an inside give to Walker. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Mike McDonald with his eyes glued to this field. His offense lining up for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. So they try to match 8 points with 8 points, partner, but no luck on the conversion. They stay down 2.
You know, Kate, some people prefer to take the extra point right there. Others prefer to try and keep pace. There is a lot of game left to make up those 2 points. I'll tell you this, when you get it the first time around and you're in that lead, You can see how it puts the pressure on the other to perform.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. And give to Irving to start this drive. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Escapes the pocket. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Leonard Williams applying the hit there.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. Here we go. It's Mayfield. Got his man. It's on him. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They stun this defense. They pick up 14